Hey, I would love to vent about my boss name that
Thank God no one is listening to this. By the time
yeah, baby.
by the time you even catch traction, you probably won't even be working there.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Click record, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Third Avenue. On my right, or your left, depending on how you're watching this, I have my co-host, Vinny.
Wagwan people. What's good? What's good?
Today's gonna be a very short one, as you can see. We just jumped in
Straight
into the intros, man. It's just us back again on Third Avenue podcast. Reoccurring guests couldn't join us, Ramos, you know the vibes. But hey, man, the show needs to still go on.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, man, what's been on your mind lately?
I mean, well, I just came back from another podcast I was recording there. Hopefully she releases the podcast. I think it's R&R, something roots and
Wow,
remedy, something like that to that degree.
The only person who's gonna
once-
literally watch it if you say it is like Habib.
What the other podcast?
Yeah, I wouldn't even cut Habib out, man. I wouldn't even cut out his name, man. Shout out to the guy.
Yeah,
you know,
man,
respect.
shout out,
I'm
man.
sorry, Habib. The latest episode will be out soon.
Yeah,
Just
because we know that you're the one viewer who watches this, you know. So sometimes, and at least it's a friend, you know. And
I greatly appreciate it, but to be fair, I mean, we didn't tell people.
Yeah, true.
To be fair,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're just building a catalog on whenever, just for people to listen. And sometimes the reason why we don't even cover current topics, it makes it difficult to make things timeless when you're covering current topics.
Yeah, because things just
change it, right? But
Yeah.
like when you talk about stuff just on your mind, it's just become timeless. You don't find the need to keep up on the latest episode or anything, right?
yeah. So you could just watch it as
so it's like one of those types of things.
Should I pull my chair back?
I always feel as if when I pull it back, you can just like see me
Yeah.
more visible.
But then I usually get that perfect balance of the seat.
yeah.
Sometimes you don't know if was it on that first clip and when you just get it just right,
Dude.
Bro.
Because now
it's
I
like,
get you,
like
because
fiddling with it.
But,
That's why
but
sometimes
because then after that, when you like try to go back or you start driving, you're like, there's something
there's
feels
something
off. You be fixing your seat while driving, dude.
Exactly, bro.
You know, it's always like frustrating. But hey, man, weather been very great lately. It's actually raining now. That's how hot it's been, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, but no, the heat is aggressive though, bro.
Hey,
Like
nah.
yesterday, bro, it's crazy how like today it's so gloomy, but yesterday was so blazing hot. Like
Yeah.
if it wasn't like, I don't know how you sleep without a fan.
Who, me? I sleep with no blankets. And I hate the fact that I have to be like, I touch my lady less now.
Yeah, you
That's
can't.
what I hate
Nah,
about
there's no
winter.
cuddling in winter, bro.
Like, it's just like,
Just get off me, bitch. What the hell is
You're
this?
burning me.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I love it, but like, you're sitting, like, y'all will hold each other in the beginning, and then after that, you'll just.
Especially with a big ass bed, bro. You just stay in your corner, let the air go in between us.
It takes me back to uni days where you were like on a single bed, and you will like spend the entire year with your girl on that single bed, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people actually do that. I always think about it.
Yeah, I actually.
Like me and my girl were on a single bed for like the longest of times, and
dude.
only like a couple of months ago, we upgraded to like a normal, even a queen size, got a
bed.
big ass bed. Right, it feels so much better, bro.
I remember speaking about like sleeping in one single bed and res and stuff. I remember this guy in uni. He was like, I don't like dating girls in the same res. And I was like, why? He's like, bruh, you're gonna fail. Let me tell you. And I think it usually happens when you don't have a girlfriend, like when you're busy.
Or you guys are just having like a fling. You guys are having
and you'll see how many times. Let me tell you how many times you'll go you'll go to a study room, you put your stuff. Shawty will be like, yo, I wanna see you. Right?
Yeah.
You'll go upstairs. and someone will be like, "This guy has been gone." You'll come back downstairs, convince yourself you're gonna study. Depending if you're not a hoe of a man, it's either you're going back to the same one, or you're going to another one. Then you meet your homies, chat shit, midnight. You're like, okay, cool. I'm gonna focus.
I'm gonna focus. Finish this shit.
I'm gonna
Sleep at
focus.
2.
Another nigga that you didn't know comes in through, talk a lot of shit, 2 a.m. Done no work, bro.
Bro, that's one thing I don't miss from school is that, bro. Like that anxiety of whenever you're just doing anything else besides study, you just feel like I'm gonna fail. You just get this anxiety, but you just vibing. You're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go back to the room. Want something?
Yeah. So this
sleep.
guy remembers, like, bro, he said, yo, man, if you're gonna like mess around with other girls, like, you need to go to other resos, so you can like find a way to like
because they're not always there.
Yeah, because
you can put them in the timetable, like
because I think one thing that girls in uni have over us is that their time management is impeccable.
Yeah,
because they got time for you plotted, time for the books. But you as a guy, like I was telling my girl in the car that, hey, my time management is whack.
You're saying, bro.
Like, no, I think you're better than me.
Bad,
I think, nah, bro. Like, I literally, my girl had class today, and I was the one who suggested she go for class. And I picked her up at the time the class starts. And I still have to drive for another 25 minutes to go drop her at the class. And I suggested it. And I forgot.
So now you delayed
it. And it's like, it's so bad, even when I come to drive to come to you. Like, that's when, like, I wake up like, shit, I didn't wash the dishes. Fuck, I didn't cook. And I'm like, why do you do this week out, week in? You know your problem. Right? You know your problem, but you keep on like perpetuating this bad time management and it hurts. Hey man, it hurts because your intention is like, you're so committed. You're like, I'm not gonna fuck this up today.
Yeah.
Time goes, shit goes. Then like, and the main thing I was late, I was like, because I didn't catch up with the folks. I was just talking to them, giving me an update because I wasn't at home.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro. And then, like, yo, dude, then it's like my time management is whack. I'm editing the podcast. I'm working. And it just becomes this thing where I'm like, Hussein, we can't do this. Because, like, I often start thinking about so many other things, like when the podcast blows up. Not blows up, but as we shoot the podcast and start doing more stuff, and maybe kids are involved, and like and if you don't like start if you don't start fixing that shit, like just getting into a routine. And that's one thing I really do miss about going to the office.
Is the routine.
Yeah. For you guys who don't know, I work from home mostly. I miss, but the only thing that makes me is because it forces me wake up early. You ain't got no fucking choice. Now I have a choice.
Yeah.
I can set my alarm. It rings at 5. I wake up at 2:45. Sometimes 6. Because I'm like, and that's bad now because I'm like
concerned about traffic, like some.
It's not even about that, but
you will pay that.
But now look at it, bro. If I woke up at 5, I'll be able to jog and do a workout. But because I wake up late, I can't do the workout now, and that's purely my fault because of my time management.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna sit here and tell someone else, "Oh, dude, there's no enough time." Nah, dog, it's me. It's me. And then multitasking is not real, but yet we still try to do it, guys. That's the shit. And then what's the thing about doing like stretching your time with multitasking? You never finish anything.
Yeah, you leave things off.
Everything is just half done.
Incomplete, bro.
So
I get you.
It's like time management, and me is like, bro, you need to find a way to do that. I used to be so good at it in uni. Like, not like good, but like I knew at the time when I got the job, you have no choice. You know what I mean? Like, you have no choice.
Yeah.
Like, stick to the time or you fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just like, last year, taxi, I knew, boy, if you don't get into that taxi at this time,
You're gonna delay your fucking day.
dude.
You know, that's basically what we were talking about in the other podcast. I think the main, I mean, it's only fair to bring it up in this conversation. We were talking about like discipline,
Yeah,
and that was the main general topic. But we were talking about how discipline. I was saying how discipline is important because you need to follow a regimen for your mind to work correctly.
yeah.
Like you need to at least do things that you know that you can control, because there's a lot of things throughout the day that you might not be
Yeah.
able to control. But there also time. It's not one of the things you can control. You know, that one little delay, like generally, bruh. Remember the other time I left early, I left in time, and what time did I get? You know what time I got to the office?
What?
Bloody 9:10. Nigga, I've been up since 4 in the morning. I left at 5:30.
Yeah.
Get there at 9. Why? Because the truck fell. So like certain things, specifically when it comes to
Dude.
time, you can't control.
Dude,
But I know that at least in that day, in the morning, I did the things that I was able to control, like wake up, go run, come back, shower, get ready, and leave. Those are the things I know that I especially the running is the one thing that I know. Even if though I hate it or it sucks, it's the one thing that I know that I'm in control
Like-
of. That time I wake up and I
I
go.
just like we were talking about, you know, my girl and her sister yesterday. We were talking about. She asked, like, do you think people use mental health as an excuse to do shitty things? Right? Like, it's like everyone always talks about mental health, right? All the time, right?
No, I think it's become a meme.
Like at this time, and then you're like, and I told us like my biggest issue is that people forget like these two streams here, right? We have mental health, which everyone shit that you can do to like how you eat healthy,
Yeah.
that you do for your brain, and then we have mental illnesses.
Why did things just get dimmer?
It was your light, yeah.
Oh, my light was on the entire time.
Yeah.
No, the whole
It
thing is just
happens
gonna-
usually every single podcast, but usually it switches off early in the beginning.
So why was it so persistent, man?
I don't know. Lately, in the door, hey man, you're making me derail, right?
Is the door closed? Yeah,
No,
it's
yours
closed.
is not closed.
Where's the car keys? It's closed, man. Where's
No,
the car?
don't slam, bro. I'll drop.
Yeah, no, you can continue, brother.
So, what's starting to happen is that, okay, I'll say this. I'm no doctor. I'm no nothing, right? But the truth is, ever since 2020, we're kind of fucked in our brain. All of us. As much as we don't want to admit it, we're kind of fucked. And I know people don't like Jordan Peterson or whatever, but he said we will start to see the repercussions mentally of how people are ever since COVID, right? And then I'm like, okay, cool. Now you start looking at people like when you were in COVID, you had no ability to control anything. And that fucking sucked. It sucked the moment that no matter how much, like there's moments where you were in COVID, like, I'm gonna get this done.
Yeah.
And the world said, nah, you ain't doing shit, bro.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down, and you were not doing
And watch
anything.
yourself some Netflix.
Right? And watch it, right? And so it became this thing that, yes, guys, we all have shitty mental health, right? We have all shitty mental health. But there's this thing where people are overshadowing people with mental illnesses, right? Where people who genuinely need help, right? Like people who can't get out of bed, like they crippled, right? People use words like depression loosely, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't understand, like, nah, bro, these people who have to, like, you know, first, no matter how you think about it, first have to take the meds and still do the additional work.
Yeah.
The additional work of getting better and doing counsel, doing everything
just to be normal, not even
right?
to
Yeah. And now what?
remove any
Yeah.
physical problems that we all generally face
Yeah,
on a
and-
regular basis.
So it was this thing. I don't know if you watched that series. I haven't finished it. It's called Queenie. It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I watched like two
Episodes. I told my
yeah.
girl, I'm like, nah, this is too girly for me.
Yeah.
But I remember in the way I could start seeing the plot. I could be wrong, but in the way I could see that she was treating people shitty, and it would like she would have flashbacks of how she grew up, right?
Yeah.
And I remember one homie of mine that I used to work with posted something, and he's like, it's so overrated that someone will treat you shitty and come back and say, I'm sorry, I was just going through something. That shouldn't be an excuse for you to treat people shitty. That's what I was thinking about, like when I was watching Queenie. I'm like, what sucks is someone's gonna come back and force you to take, like, you have to accept that apology because they were having a shitty day, right? And now you're like, yo, guys, I don't know, man. Like sometimes it's like, it's one of these things that, yes, guys, like it's okay to accept that as human beings, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Some days are better than most. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're like, I can't explain it to anyone. I'm not feeling this shit, right?
Yeah, I'm not feeling this live shit.
And sometimes it's like, the reality is, I remember I really struggled in COVID as well. But I remember like watching Kid Cudi, and it's like, sometimes it's just that it sounds corny, but one day at a time. Like the reality is that you can't be happy forever, but you won't be sad forever. Well. So it's like you have to just be patient. So like, and that's the hardest thing, knowing that like a lot of people try to, like, if they lose like a loved one, they try to rush grief, and you can't rush grief.
You really can't,
right? And so it's like one of these things where I'm like, guys, it's not okay to like go through some shit and treat people shitty, because they're still human beings. And when you get your shit together and you come back and you're like, oh, my mental health was bad, and now there's people out here really struggling, right? And now it's become such a meme, and it's a serious fucking topic. Why are we talking like so many years later? Only now people are starting to say, hey man,
we got feelings too. Like,
you okay? Like someone has to literally ask you. Like, I'll use example at work. Like, I'll use things at work. The way people don't genuinely care, right? I'm talking about everywhere at work. We've invented a way to not ask people how they doing. It's like, good day. I hope you're well, right? I remember I used to type, I hope you're well, with a question mark.
Yeah, no, it's a statement.
It's a statement,
it's
like,
not a question,
nigga, you better be well, because I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck. I'm sending
I need whatever I need to get from you. And I was like, I don't like that, because I know this.
But nigga, we can't have a correspondence.
No,
the person is right. I'm good.
No, it's always good. What I realize is that it's always, you would be shocked when someone says, yo, how are you? Like, genuinely, in today's world. Like, guys, like, I don't think you realize that we've changed how are you in a text to I hope you're well. The worst one is when someone...
Not to text, an email, bro.
Not in an email, nigga. It's
text?
Worse. In your informal personal text, right? Do you know what's the worst part?
Yeah.
We don't even ask. We just like, yo, dog, remember, I need you to get this. Like, hey, no, hello, how? You good? Bro, dude, listen. Yeah, everything is just like, and it's, I get it. We're self-absorbed. That's the problem. That's the problem with us. We're living in a world where we're being taught to be self-absorbed. Literally. You're taught to be, care about you, right? But now you start realizing, have you ever had a shitty day and you did something for someone and you felt better? And you were doing it for someone else. Like, you just did something for someone else and you assisted them. And then someone said, yo, dog, man, chill, man, shout out. You really helped me, and I really appreciate you. And I appreciate that. And it just, like, makes like, okay, thanks, man. That feels right. Literally. You start looking at fundamentals of how a human being should be functioned. You need to do shit for people to feel complete. That's why when parents raise their kids, and then when their kids have to leave home and start doing it, it feels as if they like, who am I?
Yeah.
because I've been contributing and shaping these things.
Yeah.
And so when you get people who, like, I remember that island, I don't know, in one of the episodes, we're talking about that island in Japan of these old people who lived long.
Yeah.
And they lived longer because they had like more of a community type of based thing.
They could
They
see their
do
friends
shit together.
regularly.
I won't lie to you. As I got older and I'm getting older now, I'm starting to realize, oh fuck, it's not cool to like my philosophies alone. And I'm gonna have kids one day and they need a community.
Yeah.
And it sucks because now you're like, you say you fine, I can do this by myself.
Yeah.
But you're like, fundamentally, for a kid to like fucking
Be
do
better.
he
like
needs
even
like
a lot of I think a lot of my personality is because of the variety and the various people that I was being exposed to from different cultural groups, from race, from all of that. And then it also makes you generally, I think, somewhat a more understanding and tolerant person.
And understanding, you keep an open mind.
You keep an open mind to a lot of things. Because at the same time, you don't want to grow up from a conservative point of view. Or
close-minded. Let's say close-minded rather.
I think conservative is the better word.
I don't think...
Because close-minded is like, I feel like a lot of people...
I think you could be conservative and be open-minded because of you being exposed.
You see, my thing is sometimes people make religion come across as...
bad?
Yeah, no, not bad. They make it seem as if they have been told that they're not allowed to learn about other religions. Just to learn, just to know.
People.
Because at the end of the day, if one thing, since it's a common thing that we all share, is a religion, sometimes you would understand people very well if you understand their religion. So, for example, you go up to a person, the person says they're Hindu, just because you really just made, just a few research on what the whole culture is, you could actually know the person's personality. Sometimes you could, assume certain backgrounds, and you can, maybe they grew up this way, you understand maybe they might not eat this or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you could also, because those religions come with also philosophies. And a lot of the philosophies in majority of all religion is peace, and love. And
at the end of the day, it always just goes down to that.
I feel like it turns into a personal agenda when priests and spiritual leaders start to make, the one thing I can't, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the previous episode, but it's such a constant theme where a group of individuals will talk about another group of individuals with, like, it's like politics.
It's exactly like politics. Everyone has to pick a team.
You know how Trump is saying, they hate the dogs, the cats. Hey, bro, he's going mad.
And they fact check him right there.
And they fact check you, and it's like, dude, they don't do that. But the person keeps on using it. And if you don't understand it, one day someone will be like, oh, I'm Haitian. They'll be like, oh, don't you eat dogs? Where did you get that?
Yeah.
Where did you get that? Did you actually go? And sometimes...
And I think we live in a time where information is so much.
Bro,
like the ignorance is... It's like, bro...
It's ridiculous. It can't be that ignorant.
And
bro, if I'm this person, if someone tells me a thing that I don't understand, and they say they're part of a religion or part of a movement or whatever, it's not that deep, bro. All you gotta do is just search a YouTube video, bro. There'll be dozens of them, and they will explain it. They'll probably even explain it to a point where you could even tell the person who's following or believing that things that they might not even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you are able to have better discourse, because a lot of the things you wouldn't say out of arrogance and ignorant, because again, religion is not about it's about being the right one. Sometimes I guess that's
what people, you know what I'm gonna say, usually it's just people.
I think it also,
I guess most of them teach the fundamentals of doing good, being good, you know what I mean, doing everything, but people just be people, you know what I'm saying? And it's always gonna be like, oh yeah, mine is right, yours is wrong, mine is right, yours is wrong. And fundamentally, it sucks because when you teach people or you teach kids to like forever take that type of mentality, it's very hard for them to unlearn that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
because then they just go on their whole
yeah,
life
I'm
like that.
Muslim, man. I'm gonna say it. I'm Muslim as well. It's there. It's in every religion. It's in any part where it's an institution. It's an organization. We are all gonna always have a bias, and we love to be right. I think that's what we forget.
Yeah.
We all love to be right and to say, yes, I told you, mine is the right one. And at the end of the day, I can't tell you, man. I can't tell you which one.
And the thing is, because a lot of us, this is the most common people's purpose for living. You know, as we go through life, we all look for meaning and purpose. And I feel like religion is one of the biggest ones. Family is one of the biggest ones. You know, culture. You know what I'm saying? And the issue with using these things as your purpose of living, there might come a time where
it's just
that
not,
goes away.
it's just
and then
it's not working.
It's not working. And then now it's like, what's
like,
my purpose? Some people really, it helps them through, bro. Like they can dedicate themselves to the life to church, but you must understand it's because to them, if they don't do that, their life is probably completely meaningless to them. You know what I'm saying?
I guess we all are striving for a purpose, and
to be more specific, a purpose larger than yourself. What's larger than yourself than serving God or saying you're a servant of God or something like that, and they tell you that everyone else is heathens.
I think that's the problem. I think when it starts, there isn't anything wrong. I think it becomes a bit of an issue or a big problem when we have to belittle people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we judge people without understanding.
Yeah.
You know, without understanding. Yeah, don't get me wrong, man. They just always gonna be fucked up people in the world, no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just be fucked up. That's it. And that's who they meant to be. They never gonna change. It's just the sad reality. I know it sounds fucked up, but hey, nigga, some people, hey,
they're just gonna be
fucked up, like too fucked up. But
I was saying today that, you know, sometimes I always say, you know, I think there's good in every person. I genuinely believe there's evil in every person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I actually like that because we never think about that. There's evil in every single person. We always talk about the good, but we never talk about the evil. That bro,
that we all can just carry in here, bro.
Yeah. So, hey, man, it's a very complex issue. I can be real with you, man. No matter what it is, you're never really gonna have an answer to everything.
Yeah.
And people might say yes, maybe it worked for them. It might not work for you.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
And that's what sucks.
That's what sucks. There's no there's no what's one size fits all
type of thing. You're gonna deal with different people.
You're gonna have to go through trials and trials until you find what's yours. And again, this is a point that Tawang mentioned in the pod as well. It's like the crazy things that you're gonna have to spend a very big part of your life figuring out how to make all of this work. You know, okay, go through the griefs and whatever, to a point where you're gonna genuinely feel comfortable.
It's so scary because the older we get, the more funerals you go to.
Yeah, man.
And it's never gonna be a nice feeling, you know?
Yeah.
It sucks because now remember now when you older, you have to deal with the death in first hand.
Yeah.
You gotta make that happen. If you lose a loved one, you have to, no matter how hard it is, you gotta make sure that person is buried well. Everyone gets there and stuff. You gotta be tough, you know.
Yeah.
You don't get the time to grieve until it's over. And it's like one of those things where I'm always super scared. It's like, damn, I'm getting older, and you look forward to growing up, but then you get to the point where you're like, fuck, man, my parents might not be here. After a while, they're not, and I'm just gonna be here, and you know, I might lose my brother.
Yeah.
And no matter how old you are, you can be 80, you're gonna be 80, you're gonna be like, dude, but at the end of it, it ends. And so I think the best thing about it, life, is that you have the choice to make the best of every situation that you are doing every single motherfucking day. As hard as it is the fact that I think a lot of people think we have time and we don't have time. Sometimes, and when I say this, I'm not talking about goals and shit. It's like, bro, I want you to always know this. No matter how many goals, no matter how many shit you're gonna achieve in your life, always remember this. When you die, people will remember you for your character, not what you had.
Yeah, that's true.
So people,
I feel like your character will speak much louder.
yeah, and it's like on if you whether you get a tombstone, you know, and say like I think I've said this on the pod before. Like, you want to be loving husband, loving father. Yeah, you want to be remembered well for your character. You need to be remembered for your character. That even when you're poor or rich, they say that nigga just like that.
Yeah, true.
It shouldn't be like justified for your number of success for you to be the shit. It needs to be like, yo, you take me, I still got me.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I know usually people on podcasts always talk about shit like this, like they already have it in clutch.
Yeah, nah, bro.
And if my point is like, nah, dude.
It's a constant thing. Life doesn't happen. No one has. There's no key to whatever. I don't know what is it. Life. I don't know what is it. It can't be even called life. But bro, it's just gonna be life, bro. It's just lifing, man.
Dude,
I always say that it's just lifing. Like shit just been happening like this, and it's gonna happen, bro.
You just wake up in the morning and shit just decides not to work.
Yeah, bro. It's more of this is gonna happen.
I often think about it like this: when you apply for jobs, right?
Yeah.
You could apply for 1,000.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it. And that day, you just say like, let me just apply for this job, and that's the one.
Yeah,
like easy
yeah.
It's just like one time.
Yeah, just one thing.
Everything just starts flowing.
Yeah, just
all
like
the
that.
motherfucking all the other ones.
All the other ones are where you.
That's just live for you.
Yeah,
like the one that you didn't even think. You're like, let me. Ain't
what
even going call. What are the odds?
And then there you
everything
go,
it flows. It just does that. But hey, guys, man, like we said.
Gonna have to cut it short, man. We're running a bit late today. It's raining. We don't even know if we're gonna even do this stand-up thing today. But hey, man, we'll see, man. And hopefully, if we do, it goes well.
The worst part is that I was wearing flip-flops with socks,
and I'm not wearing the shoes that I usually wear.
And now it's raining. And shit, I don't even know how to step out the vehicle.
Nah, it was probably bro. I think this thing might be cancelled. But anyways, guys. This has been Third Avenue.
We need to get something off our chest. You forgot?
I just felt like we didn't have time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Actually, I really want to get something off my chest.
Oh, okay.
Today, someone hit my vehicle and dipped. Like, he just ran away. Hit my car. It got bent. I was okay. That's what matters as usual. Car's not really damaged like that. It's dented. The paint. And motherfucker ran away, bro. Like, just fucking dipped, bro. And
why didn't you chase him, man?
At first,
I don't know
why you didn't
chase that guy.
I first did. Then I turned at home.
Yeah.
Then I thought to myself, because when I turned at home, I'm like, what am I gonna go do with this nigga?
He wouldn't get his plates.
Plates? I live in the hood, bro. I live in the hood.
Regardless, value. It's
like at the end, it is a criminal offense. But you know what sucks, man? It's like you said, man, life sucks. You do your shit every day. You do your things right. You pay your premiums every motherfucker, and people drive like shit.
Imagine, brother. Imagine people. Imagine you're a drunk driver. I was drinking, but you hit me, dog. Now I die with you. Like, don't be selfish. Like, sometimes don't be a boost. Like, that's sometimes you get so gnarled when someone does that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. Not everyone can afford and do that stuff. But like, sometimes, man, we always often forget how these fucking vehicles are deadly, guys. We need to be fucking careful. But anyway, that's what I wanted to get off my chest.
Oh, man, I'm just wanted to get off my chest. Guys, please come support comedy, man. Wherever comedy is, man, show up, man. Support this beautiful art form. I think you will have a lot of fun. You'll discover a world that you didn't even know existed. So come have fun, man. In these dark and weird times we find ourselves in, maybe, sometimes you wouldn't kill just to laugh at yourself. But yeah, man, this has been Third Avenue,
Peace.
and we out. Peace.
Subscribe.